Darkness covers the Caribbean sea floor. Amid the cold water, a red, orange, purple light moves like living fire. Lionfish appear, surreal in beauty, with long, crown-like fins. But that beauty is a deadly trap. With no predators, no limits, they are destroying the entire marine ecosystem. An American diver dives deep, holding an iron spear. The flashlight beam sweeps over the coral reefs, where the poisonous flames lurk. A precise plunge, a mistake, can cost a life. Amidst magical beauty and imminent danger, humans enter a battle to save the ocean from the most beautiful yet hated fish on the planet. Go discover Lionfish, Invasion, America's Diver's Risk, Death to Hunt the Ocean's Most Hated Fish. Lionfish, a living masterpiece of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, never belonged here. But in the 1980s, they began appearing off the coast of Florida. No one knows exactly how. Many people believe that this fish appeared in the sea because a big storm broke the aquarium and swept them out to sea. Others believe that humans, when they got tired of keeping them, released them into the wild. Whatever the cause, this is how this fish began to spread and invade the ocean. And it's a lopsided battle. Each female lionfish can lay up to 2 million eggs a year. The transparent egg ribbons drifting like toxic clouds across the Caribbean on the currents. There are no natural predators here. No shark, no large fish would dare attack a creature covered in 18 poisonous spines, strong enough to paralyze or stop a human's heart if touched. Over the past 3 decades, the ocean has turned red. Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, the Bahamas, Cuba, all have been taken. When lionfish appear, coral reefs turn into deserts. They eat away at the small fish, shrimp, and algae cleaning organisms that keep the ecosystem alive. That's why they're called the ocean's most hated fish. Ironically, it was humans who brought them here. In the deep blue waters off the Florida Keys, a group of people known as lionfish hunters are doing the job no one else dares. They have no nets, no big boats, or sophisticated equipment, just men, oxygen tanks, and an iron spear. Every dive is a gamble, where the line between survival and disaster is only a breath away. Under the dim flashlight, the lionfish lurked in the coral crevices, their fins glowing in defiance. A swift stab, the tongue pierced the water with absolute precision. The fish thrashed violently, its poisonous spine standing upright, reflecting a ghostly blue light. In the still waters, every movement carries danger. One wrong turn and the spines can pierce through the gloves and turn the hunt into a nightmare. But the more dangerous it is, the more fascinating the hunt becomes, as if it is fear that keeps them in the deep. Suddenly, another one lunged out of the darkness just inches from the diver's face. No screams, just the sound of heavy breathing through the oxygen tube, a sound of fear and determination. Lionfish venom contains a neurotoxin 15 times more potent than bee venom. One small mistake, and a hunter's hand can be completely paralyzed at a depth of 131 feet. Some have required emergency treatment for puncture wounds through their gloves, and some have been left unconscious for 24 hours. But they keep coming back day after day because they know that if no one hunts them, the entire ecosystem will collapse. As the water parted, the divers slowly emerged into the fading light of the Florida Keys. In their arms they held freshly killed lionfish, their red-orange skin glistening in the sun, their once venomous fins neatly removed. On shore, each fish is cleaned, carefully filleted, and laid out on cold steel tables in coastal kitchens. In the hands of chefs, they become delicacies, white, sweet, and fatty meat, served in fine restaurants at prices that make one forget its cruel origins. Amidst the steam rising from the oil pan, the golden lionfish is doused with lemon and chili sauce, the aroma spreading throughout the small kitchen. Some places have even created lionfish ceviche or lionfish tacos, dishes that sound strange but quickly become the new culinary trend in Florida. The creature once cursed as the destroyer of the seas is now being hailed as a culinary star. Is this how humans make amends with nature, or is it just turning danger into profit once again? The sea remains calm, as if there had never been a battle. Only the hunters continue to dive, between the thin line between beauty and death, where each spear is a choice, to save the sea or just delay the inevitable collapse. Although humans kill tens of thousands of lionfish each year, the oceans are still teeming with them. For every one caught, hundreds more are hatching far away. Their terrifying reproduction rate makes any effort seem pointless. Beneath the crystal clear waters of the Caribbean, thousands of tiny dots of light move beneath the turquoise waters, each one a lionfish silently occupying a patch of coral. Conservation organizations are starting to look for other solutions. In Florida, they are training underwater hunting robots, small machines that can detect and kill lionfish at depths that humans cannot dive to. Some states have even turned hunting them into sport. Lionfish derby tournaments where divers compete to catch as many as possible, turning the ecological battle into a bloody contest between man and nature. Meanwhile, scientists are experimenting with pheromones to lure lionfish into traps and even implanting tracking chips to pinpoint invasive areas. Are we protecting the ocean or just manipulating it the way we want? As humans arm themselves with robots, prizes, and chemicals, the line between saving nature and manipulating it becomes ever more blurred. They do not attack humans, but kill the ocean by eating all the small creatures that maintain the food chain. And if the sea dies, humans will be the last victims. The seas are calm, but the war is not over. Lionfish continue to thrive, and humans are still trying to regain the fragile balance between beauty and death, between nature and our own mistakes. Maybe the ocean doesn't need us to be heroes, just not destroyers. If you believe that nature is still worth saving, subscribe to Go Discover, to discover the most authentic stories where humans and nature are still learning to coexist. Back in the day, lobsters were considered a food for prisoners and the poor. But as demand increased and transportation became more common, lobsters began to gain popularity and became a delicacy. Lobsters weren't always expensive. In the 17th and 18th centuries, they were often used as bait or fertilizer in agriculture. So when did lobster become a delicacy for the upper class? The story begins with the development of the railroad in the mid-19th century. Thanks to the developed train network, lobsters were brought from the East Coast to the mainland, where many people had never seen this seafood before. They were quickly attracted by its unique shape and taste, turning lobster from a common dish into a high-class specialty, a symbol of luxury in high-class restaurants. The Canadian lobster, with its sturdy appearance and tough shell, is not born anywhere. They only survive and thrive in the cold waters of the North Atlantic, especially in areas like Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Prince Edward Island. These areas have extremely harsh climates, where the seawater remains cold all year round. But not everyone knows that Canadian lobsters can only live in these waters. So why is a species so highly valued? It is due to its rarity and the special habitat in which it thrives. The fishermen of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland are more than just lobstermen. They are sea warriors, facing harsh elements every day. Each trip begins early in the morning, in the cold and with big waves. They prepare and drop each trap to the seabed, a seemingly simple task, but one that requires high skills. Not only the harsh weather, but also choosing the right time and place to drop the trap also determines success. They have to wait